After a billion-dollar hailstorm hits an area, your focus should be on running your business, not on insurance claims. We have helped streamline the insurance process for hundreds of roofing contractors across the U.S., and we can do it for yours too. Visit us online at c3adjusters.com and learn how we can help you save time and get claims paid faster.
Hello? Oh, there we go. Sorry guys. My bad. Computer had to do an update. That's why we're a tiny bit late today, and apparently that messed with my audio settings a little bit. You know, seems to be the constant issue. Hopefully everything is good now. It is good? Yep, good. Alright, so we can jump forward. Alright, so make sure you check out the video on the app. Video is sponsored by C3 Group. Check out their page in the description below here on our Facebook, and you can go ahead and check out our video on our app. Don't worry, the audio works most of the time, I promise. And you click that lightning bolt lower right hand corner of the screen, and that will bring up the video, and you can continue working while watching the video, or if you want to check it out in full screen mode, click on that, rotate your phone, and bam, full screen for the video. So if there's any forecasts that you care about, yes, exactly. You can watch it on YouTube, you can watch it on Facebook, watch it on Periscope, even you can watch it directly on our website on hailtrace.com, and of course on the app as well. And we'll continue adding platforms when people need it. I know a couple people asked about Twitch, but that skews a little bit younger and more for video game guys than weather people. So I think this is what we're going to stick at for now. We had quite a bit of activity yesterday, so it's why it's important for our notifications to be set up. I know I saw Ron in the comments saying, yes, there was hail close, but no cigar for Kansas City. Frustratingly enough, storms managed to just stay outside of the city with some pretty decent sized hail, but unfortunately, close is not good enough. It needs to actually get hit, but if you get your notifications set up, you won't miss anything if anything does happen to hit any locations. You don't miss any of our videos. You don't miss when there's golf ball size hail or larger and population 10,000 more, when we're mapping in places, when new maps are available, all that lovely stuff. And you can set up for 3 different ways, whether it's on the app, on your email, on your desktop computer, and customizable to city metros like Kansas City, a whole state or multiple states, or the entire country, and Canada and Australia if that tickles your fancy. Going into our forecast for today, we got a couple different areas we're looking at. We have first area, the little loop over here for our horseshoe, basically from Denver all the way down through Texas Panhandle to southern side, south, probably I-40 point south for Oklahoma, and then into Arkansas, maybe even a tiny bit towards the Memphis area. 2% chance for Oklahoma City and Memphis. These storms are going to be pretty isolated, and I think they're going to be much more rain heavy than they are going to be hail intensive, so 2% there, maybe up to some ping pong ball size hail, especially in the Texas Panhandle and into sections of eastern Colorado. I have a 5% for Denver, and that is because we have looks like storms are going to form just a tiny bit too far to the east. So 5% there, and if anything does happen, I doubt there'd be much above $half size hail for the Denver area, very high volume hail there. And the other area we're looking at here is going to be in the northeast. Points from probably Maryland, Pennsylvania border. This could be kind of adjusted 20 miles either way, really, all the way up through towards Vermont. I have 5% for Albany, New York. That includes even like places like Scranton. Here we go. I'm going to kill the chat just for a second, since people are stuck covering half my screen. Can't seem to remove. Okay, if that helps, you can see a little bit better now. Chat's gone, but anyway, up to $half size hailstorms are going to form this afternoon after about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock Eastern time, and form pretty much, I'd say, right along the Hudson River and then back towards, I say, Scranton, Pennsylvania, and move off to the east. They could have, again, up to $half size hail. A lot of wind and rain with these storms, and eventually they'll move closer to my hometown in central Connecticut, where they will likely become subsevere as they move to the east towards Boston because of that ocean effect. So that's the two areas we're looking at today. I know the Storm Prediction Center has it connecting the two, but I think the areas from Nashville and to West Virginia and Kentucky, I think there's going to be pretty low chances for hail. Not a crazy day by any means. Again, nothing. I'm not expecting anything more than golf ball size hail. Wouldn't be shocked. Got an isolated golf ball here or there, anywhere in Texas Panhandle or Colorado, or maybe outside chance even into Oklahoma. But I think for the most part, the heavy rains and just climatology, we're in the mid-section of August here, makes big-time hail a little harder to come by. So with that, here's the future radar. I'm really focusing in on just the southern plains and into the central plains. Looks like you see a lot of rain. When you see a lot of rain like this, that really kind of lowers confidence for a big-time hail. Again, the initial developments here near Denver, I could see a couple storms dropping some decent-sized hail and a lot of it. And then a couple of these storms that form this evening. This is going to be a lot later this evening after about 8 or 9 o'clock. They could potentially have some hail as well, moving into Arkansas and into south central and southeastern sections of Oklahoma. So that's what we're looking at for today. Tomorrow, going into your Saturday, I think we're going to have hail mostly just in the high plains and into the Front Range region. So Denver's at risk again, up towards Rapid City and all the way down to just north of Lubbock, Texas, up to isolated golf ball size hail possible with any supercells that manage to stay isolated long enough. But for the most part, kind of similar today, just more focused in on one spot with hail generally from subsevere up through maybe ping pong ball size. I think we're really going to see storms turn into a line very fast in Colorado tomorrow afternoon, and they're going to rocket off to the east, and that's going to really kind of kill the atmosphere for any additional development. And that's what we're going to see in the future radar here showing, bam, look at that, storms immediately into a line, which especially for Colorado means probably going to be very little hail. But we could see a couple storms with hail possibly down much more closer to Texas. And another thing of note, by tomorrow evening, things are really going to start make a turn for the wet across Oklahoma. I think the evening into overnight hours and into Sunday morning will be very wet across Oklahoma. Another rainy weekend, unfortunately, for at least around where I live. So, yeah, the wet summers are nice for no wildfires later on in the year, but it also kind of keeps it so the hail in the summer is minimal. However, if it keeps raining like this, maybe we can get a little more energy for a little bit later on into the fall when the jet stream actually manages to get its way a little bit further south and we can actually see some real forcing. We can actually see a halfway decent fall season if that were the case. Again, we have very wet, saturated ground that helps increase dew points, get a lot more moisture in the air. So maybe once we get a good forcing mechanism in about a month or so, we could actually see a little more active fall season. Anything's possible. 2018 has proven to be a challenge and kind of do its own thing anyway. So anything is possible with that. I'm going to pop that chat back on here. Okay. All right. Here we go. We have our 5-day forecast sponsored by C3 Group. And Ron, I'll check out the comments afterwards. I have a hard time seeing the YouTube comments on my phone because I don't have the Facebook one up. And I just brought the comments back up. Here we go. Today and tomorrow, high population, a lot of people at risk, but 2% chance. I don't think there's going to be a lot going on overall up to ping pong ball size hail. Tomorrow, like I mentioned, still 2% chance, and that's just because I think storms are going to turn into non-favorable storm modes towards more linear and multi-cells versus supercells, which are better for hail. So yeah, moderate population, maybe up to some golf balls, but I think it's going to be few and far between. Sunday, things are going to be a lot more quiet. Excuse me. A 1% chance and up to some $half size hail. Moderate population, that's going to be in Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma is going to be very wet, so that hail chance is going to be a lot lower. Monday and even into Tuesday, things get quite quiet after that. this time last year we were tracking Hurricane Harvey, so maybe we can get some tropical development. When things get quiet in the severe weather world, that's usually in the summertime, late summer into September, when we get to peak hurricane season. That bodes a little bit better for the chances of some hurricanes maybe close to the coast. I know we never did a full hurricane forecast this year. Beginning of summer ended up being a lot more busy than we were expecting, so it made it kind of hard for me to do double duty with that. But we're about to head into the peak hurricane season. I think it's going to be a below average year, but if anything forms in the Gulf of Mexico, it could be pretty intense. Gulf of Mexico is very warm comparatively to normal, so that could always spell some big hurricanes, kind of again like Harvey, where it was a little nothingness as it came off the Yucatan Peninsula and blew up to a Cat 4 hurricane by the time it crashed into Corpus Christi. So anything is possible. We all know with hurricanes it only takes one to make it a good year. So with that, I'm gonna wrap things up after I show you the area of concern on Sunday. Again, Oklahoma into Arkansas. It's gonna be very wet, so I think this will be an early in the day risk, and things will be pretty washed out by about maybe 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and that'll really lower any hail chances for the evening hours where peak heating would occur. And then Monday and Tuesday, low hail chances, so I have no area of risks on this look ahead map. And finally, follow us on Facebook, hit see first. If you miss our notification, we go live for any sort of live continuing coverage, pops right up top of your news feed, and it supersedes whatever algorithm crap that Facebook tries to pull through the years. And give us a call, email us, or visit our website at hailtrace.com. You can, any comments, questions, or concerns you may have, or any inquiries you have about Hailtrace, what we have to offer. I'm sure most of you guys probably are customers, but if you're not and you're curious more about what we offer other than just my videos here, where we stumble through occasionally with some technical difficulties, give us a call or visit our website, and we have details there. And you can message us on our website on Intercom, and it sends out messages to everyone on staff. So if you are checking us out on a Friday night at 2 in the morning, you can message us there, and we'll get back to you as soon as one of us wakes up. So have a great rest of your Friday, and if I don't see you, have a great weekend, everybody. I'll probably have just a general post tomorrow, probably no video tomorrow, and somebody will do a post on Sunday, and probably no video on Sunday either. When it's quiet like this, we're trying to take advantage of our weekend at least a little bit. And I'll see you again on Monday at 12 p.m. here. Same place, same time as always, and sponsored by C3 Group. One last shout out to them. Check out their page in our Facebook description below. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. I'll see you again on Monday.